Lifebuoy is Unilever's oldest health and hygiene brand, with a presence in over 55 countries. In 2006, Lifebuoy sets out its social mission to bring safety, security, and health to 6 billion people through the active promotion of hand washing with soap. Very simple. Why hand washing with soap? Because it can save 1 million lives per year. Most of the 3.5 million children that are dying every year from diarrheal disease and respiratory infections are in countries where Lifebuoy can tangibly make a difference. Lifebuoy has set itself a challenge which was endorsed by the Unilever Sustainable Living Plan, which is to change the behavior of 1 billion people by 2015. This challenge is about getting 1 billion people to use soap at key occasions, before each meals, hand washing after defecations, and using soap during their daily bath. This should have an impact on the reduction of diarrheal disease and respiratory infections. This challenge is part of the contribution of Unilever to the MDG number 4. Unilever believes that its brand can be a positive force for good in the world, and that the skills of the private sector, in partnership with governments, non-governmental organizations, can help create sustainable solutions. Lifebuoy is uniquely positioned in its equity of 116 years of hygiene promotion and its position as the #1 health-selling soap brand in the world. Lifebuoy's behavior change journey has a 7-step process which was designed to help address the challenges of reaching out to 1 billion people by 2015. 1. Foundation. 2. Pre-testing. 3. Scaled-up program. 4. Big idea. 5. Cascading. 6. Implementation. 7. Monitoring and evaluation and refinement. The first stage of this journey was to critically analyze the information that was available about hand washing with soap, identify the target audience, and look at the behavior change that we needed to address. The team commissioned, for example, a report of 11 countries' formative research with soap from the London School of Hygiene and Tropical Medicine. We also immersed ourselves in understanding the drivers and the behaviors of hand washing with soap behavior change. With all this information in hand, the team organized a landmark workshop, a 2-week workshop called an IPBCA. The IPBCA, a process new to Unilever, stands for Insight, Product, Behavior Change, Activator. The workshop took the entire team through the essentials of hand washing, behavior change challenges, marketing challenges, and Lifebuoy brand positioning. Several important decisions were made during this workshop. Whose behavior to actually target and hence understand and dissect their behavior. The team decided that changing household behavior was important, hence the need to focus on moms and children. Insights underlying the behaviors of our target audience. Our underlying belief is that you need to address societal, individual, and physical drivers to make a sustainable change to behavior.
A key task within the workshop that kicked off the behaviour change journey that Lifebuoy has been on was to think about the triggers and barriers when it comes to hand washing with soap. The way we did this was to look at the research, understand all of the triggers, so things that might encourage people to use soap to hand wash, and also look at the barriers, anything that might stop them. The first lens that we looked through the information at we call awareness and attitude. And quite simply, this is about saying, well, when it comes to hand washing with soap, do people know about the behaviour, and do they see it as something that relates to them? A heading called Self and Society was the next way we looked at our information, our triggers and barriers. And what we did here is try to consider the place of mothers within the family and also in the broader society. Next, we considered how our behavioural challenge related to issues of proof. So how does someone know if a product or a behaviour is actually working and doing what it should do? And also reward. Here, research pointed to an absolute disbelief that something as small as using soap to wash your hands could have a big impact on the health of a family. And that was the key issue to focus on. A final area that we call stickiness is all about how do you make a behaviour that someone started into a habit that lasts.
These decisions were taken on their ability to make an impact on public health, on marketing, as well as the ease of actually addressing each of individual occasions. We decided that we needed an intervention that would integrate body wash with soap as well as hand washing with soap to make it a marketing sustainable intervention. The first idea of 5 occasions came from here. The second stage of this journey was to pre-test our approaches in an innovative yet rigorous clinical trial intervention. In 2007-2008, Lifebuoy ran a clinical trial in urban communities in Mumbai to measure the health consequences of regular soap use. An intervention aimed at moms and children was actually run during this clinical trial, and it tested our major communication phases developed to address our behavior change issues. Our intervention was designed to test the different insights, behavior, as well as a communication approach that we had developed. Phase 1 was all about awareness, getting moms and children to know the key occasions at which they should be using soap. Phase 2 was all about getting moms and kids to publicly commit to using soap at the key occasions. Phase 3 was all about reinforcement, getting children and moms to practice non-stop the behavior. Phase 4 was all about social rewards, getting moms and children to be rewarded for actually being users of soap. The clinical trial was an opportunity for Lifebuoy to validate its behavior change model. It also boosted Lifebuoy's confidence to understand the approaches that would work to moms and children. Stage 3 was all about getting our learnings from the clinical trial to a scaled-up intervention. We needed scale, which meant that we had to choose channels that would be cost-effective. After consideration, we decided to focus on 4 main channels: mass media, moms programs, school programs, and packaging. Mass media was all about creating awareness of the 5 occasions, as well as being reminders for the practice of these occasions. The school program consists of a 10 minutes a day for 21 days program that enables the children to practice the behaviors. The moms program consists of working with authoritative yet credible sources such as doctors and women's media to get the moms to buy into the programs. Packaging enables involvement from the moms and the children at different moments throughout the programs. We also defined a mobile phone strategy as well as a social media interaction to enable parents and children to interact with the programs. PR is used throughout the program to amplify the activity as well as to communicate our commitment to the key stakeholders. We also worked out partnerships that define and involved a co-investment approach that enables us to scale up. By now, we had decided to impact 1 billion people across Asia, Africa, Middle East, and Latin America. Stage 4 was all about creating the big idea. With all these channels in mind, a brief was created to Lo to come up with a big idea that will tie all the elements together. The School of Five was created. The campaign was spearheaded by a celebrity who was capable of actually moving masses. The celebrity engages on a crusade with the School of Five. In mass media, that's 5 little doctors, and in school program, these are 5 characters. Each one of them represents a different soap occasions. The spirit of the campaign fits with Lifebuoy's positive attitude towards health, which is all about being the doctor you love, as well as the notion that every little steps, like using soap daily, can contribute towards the health and well-being of a larger nation. Stage 5 of this journey is about ensuring that the local markets understand and see how the School of Five and all its elements can be implemented in their market, taking into consideration the brand and business objectives. We created a Think Big pack as well as a cascade film so that the markets could actually develop their local program, taking into consideration their local specificity as well as brand objectives. By the end of this process, each country will have their own locally developed deployment pack that is centrally approved with all the resources allocated for the deployment of the campaign. Stage 6 is about making the program a reality on the ground with the local partners, agencies, as well as the resources assigned to the program. It also involves getting the right agencies on board, whether activation, PR, or digital. It's also about encouraging big vision, small startup, and building sustainably over time. The global program has been successfully initiated in key leading markets such as India, Indonesia, Pakistan, Vietnam, Malaysia, Kenya, and Bangladesh. Stage 7 is about monitoring and evaluation as well as refinement. We had decided that effective reach was for consumer to see the TVC at least 3 times as well as being exposed to one of the channels. Monitoring and evaluation is about providing feedback to the program as well as checking on the effectiveness of the program. We will be measuring 3 main points: business measures, which are about checking soap consumption at scale. This is about checking our own in-house panels to ensure that the category as well as Lifebuoy is being consumed. We will also be checking attributes to the brand as well as awareness of the 5 occasions. Diary studies. This will check that the compliance of the occasion through claimed basis is actually happening. Structured observation and loggers. This will ensure that the compliance to the occasion through observation is actually captured. The studies are being run with the London School of Hygiene Tropical Medicine, TNS, as well as Consumer Marketing Insight and Unilever R&D. The 1 billion vision by 2015 is on track. By the end of 2011, we would have reached and impacted more than 108 million people.